we have gotten Kenya's foreign policy reviewed, but we've gone a notch higher. We have now converted it into a sessional paper, and it is before Parliament as we speak. And they have advertised for people for public participation, so that we can get an infusion of ideas that may not have been captured in the document. So I want to plead to you, and I want to appeal to you, to invite you, if you can pick up the link, so that your experience outside here and in the areas that you have, please look at the document and see if you can help us enrich it, so that it becomes not an executive foreign policy, but truly a foreign policy that is Kenyan and endorsed by Parliament in the form of a sessional paper. And that would then lead to the consequential amendments to the Foreign Service Act and the regulations that go with it. I was surprised myself that all these years, the 60 years that we've been there, we tend to deal with foreign policy issues on a specific item basis. But I couldn't find in the records of Parliament any moment where Kenya has tabled a sessional paper for people to know what our foreign policy is. Basically, foreign policy has been foreign to Kenyans. Okay, so we are dubbing it foreign policy machinani, so that we can try and get more people to understand what it is, what we stand for, what do we want to achieve, where are we going, and so forth. What are we refraining from? I'll tell you, when you look at it, you'll see there are so many things that have been hanging, and they have sometimes put us in a very, very embarrassing situation where Kenyan leaders go out. Maybe we are here in Geneva. Maybe some have come as a delegation of Parliament. Another has come as a executive delegation. And on very fundamental issues, we have different opinions. And we contradict each other in public. Okay? And it's sometimes you want to blame them, but at the same time you realize, wait a minute, perhaps we have never come to some common understanding on what are the very fundamental issues that we should all unite on, and then we can differ on maybe matters of implementation or something in other areas. But that, I invite you to help us to crystallize on those issues. We have a few days, Parliament advertised, but the deadline is, I think, on 4th of March for any submissions to be made. And you can submit online to Parliament on this particular issue.